describe what type of emotional roller coaster you've been on the last 48 hours?
Yeah, it's a tough 48 hours. Tough as all for Karis. That's the most important thing. And then, the emotions of when it happened to, the diagnosis and learning that it wasn't as bad as we all thought it would be. So, tough 24 hours, 48 hours, but typical NBA. Now we got another game in our face. We got to get ready to play this one.
Given kind of the emotional burden and how emotional guys were after the play, what does Karis being around either the team playing afterwards or being at the arena and seeing guys, what can they do to lift spirits so guys can
Yeah, it was
forward?
amazing. He was on the plane. It was amazing. He's in here right now eating a cheeseburger or whatever the heck he's doing. It's just like I just think the fact that you don't have an operation like that. We all. I'm sure some of you have had operations and you're laid up. The fact that he's out and about and it's really truly amazing. So happy for him, happy for us. But again, guys are more resilient than you think. And all these guys know that we got the Miami Heat, tough team coming, and I think we'll be ready to play.
Specifically as it relates to him, I mean, what has his mood been like from the initial, when he went to the hospital, to finding out the diagnosis that it's not quite as severe as it looked like and as he probably feared?
No, I mean, if you take the two ends of the spectrum, him lying on the floor and probably like in a state of shock. I don't know if that's the correct medical term, and then to learning that it's not as bad as he thought or we thought. I mean, I can't imagine. I can't put myself in his shoes, but I can't imagine the two ends of the spectrum he went through. So, but it's he's an optimistic kid. He really has an even keel about him, and I think that helped him through kind of through the emotions of the injury.
Like I said, it's been about 48 hours now. Is that enough time? And have you gotten much into the X's and O's now of what you have to change and what?
No, yeah, we've obviously had big discussions. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do, who we're starting, any of that.
I couldn't stop her anyway, so don't worry.
But it definitely changed because it's a domino effect. It goes right down the line, and it affects your bigs too. You get a guy out of the rotation, a guy that's playing 32 minutes. You got 32 minutes a game. You got to figure out how you fill that, and how that can affect the bigs too. But you might have to play small some. It just changes things up, and then guys will have. There are going to be guys that are going to get opportunities, bigger opportunities than they've had, previously. So, but ideally, we want to just. No one has to be a hero here. We just all have to come together as a team, and have all of us do a little bit more to cover for Karis' absence, and that's what we're going to do.
Is Jared active, and whether he is or not?
Jared Allen.
Yeah, Jared.
So sorry, he is out. He's still ill.
And when I want to get your impression of what Rondé did at the 5, he went from a wing to a 4.
Yeah.
Now do you like how the offense works when he gets the power passes?
Yeah, he's good at the 5. He's one of his great skills he has is rolling to the rim, because he can make a play out of that half roll, and he can finish it to rim. He can make a pass. It's like having a guard who's a pick and roll player, and it's unique. It's one of the things that good. Like, we don't blink twice when we say, "Oh, Rondé, go in there at the 5." I mean, but believe it or not, I thought he did a pretty good job in the post. I'm sure you guys remember the time he gets scored on, but we look at it as a big, big picture. I thought he did a pretty good job. He's capable of defending 5s. I don't think he can do it for 40 minutes a game, but he can definitely in doses he can do it.
Hey, Ken.
Hey, John. Nice to see you.
You too. You guys look like you're taking a lot of threes and then also get to the rim quite a bit. How much of that is analytics by you, or really just coaching the team and the personnel that you have?
Yeah, I think it's coaching personnel mostly. Now, they go in hand in hand. It's a style of play we want to implement. So we lean fix too. I will say that it's a part of what we do. But I think everybody in this league does that now. It's just part of the game. But we think our style of play kind of fits our personnel. That's first and foremost.
Your minutes with Dinwiddie and Russell playing together have not been very good. I think it's limited, though. Is there a plan with that? Do you want to keep trying them together? Do you have a finger on why those minutes haven't been good?
Yeah, we discuss it, John. I think we look at that too, and understand that it hasn't been perfect, but something we just have to look at. I don't see why they can't play together. I think they can. So we're going to keep looking at it. We're not going to abandon it this early because there's no reason. They're kind of, Spencer's a downhill player. D'Angelo's a more trying to make it football, or Kenny Stabler, he's accurate and intelligent, and they're just, I think you get the comparison. The older guys get that. John, I'm not sure. Yeah, John, we're on the same. Yes, I get it too. So, yeah, that's what it should fit. So we're going to keep trying to keep working on it.
Coach, obviously you talked about next game up. It's an 82-game regular season, but does the Karras injury give you a moment in the last 24, 48 hours to sort of look bigger picture, perspective-wise, on the team and what you're just thinking going on, just sort of the nature of NBA basketball in terms of injury? Sure,
I think it does. I think you do kind of, when something like that happens, you step back and you look big picture and how important it is to stay healthy in this league, and then you examine your roster, like, well, where are we? Kind of what we talked about before. How are we gonna fill that gap, and then where does this leave us going forward? Those are. It's a fair question. It's something definitely makes you reflect.
Great.
Kenny, on your right.
Yeah, great.
It seems like you've been trying your best to get Crabbe going with a lot of quality minutes. How much under these circumstances do you need to see him get back to the end of season form?
Yeah, no, I trust him. I love him as a player, and I just think we need to, it's him and it's also the coaching staff. We need to help him find his niche. We haven't found it yet, so we might look at doing some different things with him. Want to look at to play him with different lineups. Obviously the injury in preseason kind of slowed him down, and we just, he just hasn't been able to catch that rhythm offensively. Now defensively, I think he's been. I'm pleased with the way he's playing defense. That's what we keep asking him, until you find your groove. Like, just keep defending. And I think he's done that, and that's why he continues to stay in the lineup. That's why he continues to have our trust, and hopefully tonight he finds that rhythm great.
Kenny, last year under kind of similar circumstances, Jeremy goes down, D'Angelo goes down, and Spencer stepped up. I know you said it's a collective effort, but who would you kind of maybe pinpoint that you're going to need to get more of in that collective scheme of things?
Yeah, I think it's collective. I know, I don't want our guys to think I gotta all of a sudden take this burden. We all got to get 1% more, and that's it. I feel like the coaches too. Like, everyone's got to add a little piece, and that's how we're built. That's our team philosophy. And guys will, I think, sometimes extraordinary things happen when you're absent a player or two. Like, we're absent 2 starters tonight. Unexpected guys step up. Team comes even more together, and it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out, how we react.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.